Hello, welcome to ElectroStim video. Today I'm going to run through one of the coolest updates that we've made of late to the Axis and Flux stimulators. This is version 1.2 of the Flux and version 1.3 of the Axis. The features that I'm going to talk through today are applicable to both the Axis and the Flux as long as they've been updated to the latest firmware. So if you're not on the latest versions, you should stop the video now and I will link our update video below. All updates for Axis and Flux can be done at home using our update software. This software will allow you to download periodic updates that we make to the units to improve features, bug fixes, and to add new modes like I will talk about today. So you'll see on my Axis that I've got some additional numbers down here. This is what we call nerd mode, and this just gives us a little bit more information about what is happening to the stimulation. If you'd like to have this on, you head over to the configuration menu with your mode button, use your option button to go down to turn nerd mode on, let that self-select, and then when you head back into your wave variable pattern, you'll see you have the additional information. So as of the latest updates, you have the ability to tilt backwards and forwards as before to control the pulse duration. This is your depth of massage, so you still set your intensity with the buttons, but the pulse duration controls how penetrating it feels, and that is your left-hand bar on the display. Now though, since the update, you can also tilt left to right to control the stimulation frequency. So you're going to be operating on all available pivot points, backwards and forwards and left to right. So the frequency of the stimulation, which is the right-hand bar that you can see, that controls the character or the smoothness of the sensations. When you've got the stimulator at a low frequency, it's going to feel rumbly or buzzy, but the higher the frequency, the smoother and more intense it's going to feel, almost like a deep tingling. So this is just a really fun way for you to try different characters of stimulation. So not only have we added this new feature within the tilt function, but we've also added it to the patterns. So if we head over to our wave pattern, you'll see there is now a sync variable and an alternate variable option. So we're just going to head down to the sync variable. And you'll see this is why I put on the nerd mode earlier, because it's a little bit more of a visual representation of what's happening. So now I can tilt left to right, and as you can see I'm speeding the wave right up or slowing it right down. And you'll notice that the frequency is locked in this mode at the optimum level. So then if we head over to our pulse pattern and down to variable, you'll see the same thing again, that we've locked the frequency for the optimum pleasure, but tilting will slow that pulse right down or speed it right up. Of course, if you don't want to use this manipulation variable mode, you can head back to your sync fixed. And there you go, that won't make any difference to the frequency or the pulse duration. The same is true of the wave mode. If you like the pulse duration already, then you can just leave that on the fixed mode. And as you scroll through the menus, you'll see that anything that says variable on it, so those two modes at the top, that can be manipulated with the tilt sensor. All these new features of the tilt function are available for the Flux stimulator as well. All you need to do is to download the software in the same way as Axis, select Flux from the menu and update in exactly the same way. So that's just a really quick video showing you the new feature of the tilt function and how it can manipulate the patterns, and also how you can play with it in a more dynamic way within the tilt mode itself. We'd love to hear how you're getting on with the features and what scenarios you've managed to use this in. You can contact us on info@electrostim.com, or if you prefer to use Twitter, we're at ElectroStim. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be back soon with some more features of the Axis stimulator.